Hey, yo doers, what's up? Hey! It's your boy Happy Chap here. Welcome back to another build tutorial. Look at, on this one, just wait for it. Yep, hang on.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. And I don't know if you can see it, but yep, that is a crop farm too as well. So welcome back to another build tutorial, doers. We've got ourselves another impossible farm to do, in quotations. This one's a little bit of a fun one. Like I said, it incorporates 3 farms all into one, and it's actually pretty resource friendly if you were to ask me. If you guys have any other suggestions for, impossible, in quotation, farms that you guys want to see done, just leave a comment down below. And welcome back, doers. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the items that you're going to need for this are very straightforward. They're all right here. So you want to bring at least along 5 stacks of glass with you. A lot of these you can change out afterwards. You'll see once we're done the builds where you can change out the glass, but bring at least 3 stacks along with you. 5 if you want to just be able to see everything like I'm doing. And then all of the remaining materials here as well too. So you're also going to need 4 villagers and a zombie for this. So that means you're going to need to do the name tag thing, or you're going to have to throw the zombie an item in order for him to not despawn on you. Got it? Okay, so the first thing you're going to do for this build is very straightforward. We're going to dig a 3 wide hole like so, and this is going to determine pretty much everything. And then on each side, we're going to build a wall up that is 3 high, and we're going to bring the wall blocks back and around just like this. Next, you're going to take your wall blocks and you're going to build it up so that way it's a 2 high wall on the back like so. And if you would like to, you can even fill in these back corners. Next, we're going to take 3 temporary blocks and we're going to place them in front like so with our 3 fence gates in front. We're going to open all of those, remove the temporary blocks, and then below the fence gates on the wall here, we're going to place down 3 signs just like that. Then we're going to take our solid blocks. I'm going to use grass. We're going to go 3 out on each side like so. And then we're going to come down 9. So 1, 2, 3. Do that on each side. And then we're going to connect it along the back here, just like this. And once you're all done, you should have a 10 by 11 box here. Now we're going to take our stairs that we brought and we're actually going to surround this entire thing here with our stair blocks. And once you're all complete, this is what you should have here so far. I have swapped out the wool blocks or the grass blocks for wool just to make it easier for you guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to step into the hole here and we're going to dig this down an extra 6 blocks. Okay, and once you've dug it all out, you should be 7 blocks down in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Now what you're going to do is you're going to face forwards to the side there where the fence gates are. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to clear a 13 wide by 11 block long forward area for us. And we're going to make it 3 blocks high in total too as well. So this counts as 1, 2, 3. And then this is the center one here. So we're going to go 6 blocks each direction. So 1, 2. Okay, now once you have your 11 by 13 area dug out, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you light up the area too, like so. So that way, obviously nothing spawns in here and we'll be able to get our crops to grow. Okay, and I lied. You actually want to make sure that it is 4 blocks high in total. And now what we're going to do is, again, we're just going to knock out these 3 blocks here just for reference. This is going to be our chute. And then centered off of this hole, what we're going to do is we're going to dig the middle out here, 4 blocks to the back like this, and we're going to do that 2 deep like so. And then in the front here, we're going to place down a dispenser going forwards like that. And then we're going to place a comparator with a repeater. And then it does not matter which way you do this, but you want to dig out underneath this floor here, 2 blocks wide like so. Then we're going to take our redstone dust and we're going to run it out and around and running into the dispenser or the dropper, whichever one we have right here. It's a dropper. Then we're going to take our hoppers. We're going to run 1 going into the top. We're going to run 4 more coming out like that, and then another one going down into that top one. We should have 3 left when we are done. Yes, sir. Fill in any extra blocks, and this is what you should have here. So underneath, you should have your dropper facing forwards with your redstone signal running into it like so, and then your hopper system running into that. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to place a solid block here, and then we're going to fill in the rest of this area here, literally the entire floor, with our dirt blocks. Once you have all of your dirt in place, what you're going to do is on the front here where the hole is, we're going to come to all 4 corners and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to count in 4 blocks and then back 3. And we're going to knock it out, and we're going to place our water inside. And we're going to do this for all 4 corners. So in 4. And once you're all done, this is what you should have here. So you should have all 4 of your water sources in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this one here with a composter, and then this one here with a piece of glass, just like that. We're going to put a light source above the composter, and we're also going to put a light source above this piece of glass here too as well. We're going to place our rail with our minecart with hopper right on top of it. Then we're going to remove the rail from underneath, place a trapdoor in front and lift it up. Put a temporary block on the back and a trap door going into it, just like that. Once you're all done, this is what you should have. You shouldn't be able to bump this minecart in any single way. Now, right here in front of this block that we marked, we're going to place down a bed with our other 2 right beside it, like so. We're going to take our trap doors and we're going to cover the pillows of each of the beds and the foot of these 2 beds. We're going to place a temporary block in the center here just like that with a trapdoor on top of it, or sorry, in front, and a piece of carpet on top of it. Now these 2 water spots, it doesn't really matter so much, but these 2 I actually got wrong. So what we want to do is we want to pick these ones up and we actually want to shuffle them over 1 block. So you actually want it to be a 4 block gap here and not a 3 block gap. Same thing on the other side too as well. Then we're going to take a slab. We're going to place one on both sides right here. And then we're going to take our glass and we're going to make it 3 high, and we're going to completely surround this entire bed thing here that we created, but you're going to leave a little 1 block gap like this in the middle, and you're also going to leave yourself a little opening right here in order to get in so we can do the zombie spot next. But now what you are going to do is you can take the coordinates of this block here, so you can obviously jump into the center here. We're going to take the coordinates of this block, which is minus 132 and 149, and we're going to go up above us. We're going to dig a hole down on that location, and we're going to drop 3 villagers in place. If you don't know how to move mobs around, again, I say this in like every single video. Literally, I have a video that shows you how to do it. I'll link it in the description. Now, once you have your villagers in place, what you're going to do is you're just going to place a slab over top of their head like so. And we're going to take our 5th and final water source and we're going to fill the little hole that these guys are standing in, just like that. Once you have everything complete, that is what it should look like right there. So you should have your 3 villagers just kind of sitting in the hole there with the 1 block kind of blocking them in so they couldn't jump out. And now that they have the roof over top of them, we can remove this glass block here, exposing them to the villager that we will be putting in this area here, who will take up the composting trade. So now you can see this guy here has actually started to walk onto it. So that means he's going to be the one that takes the trade up. We don't want that. So we're going to have to actually remove this, get the villager down here. So same thing, just dig a hole all the way to the top and drop him down and in place. Once he is in place, you can just place down the composter until he picks it up, and we got lucky and he did it right away. And essentially, this part of the farm's all done. So now we're going to want to actually block him from being able to get out. So we're going to put just a block on that side, and then we're going to fill in the glass on this side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the inside here and on the same level as the bed. So just dig yourself kind of out with these temporary blocks here. What we want to do is we want to dig forward 3 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, and then this is our 4th one. We're going to dig this area out. Sorry, that's going to be 5 blocks in total. And then we're going to put down a solid block here and here. And then we'll take our remaining stairs and we'll run them in front just like this. Now we're just going to remove these blocks. We're going to take reference of where this block is. So this little hole is where the zombie is going to be standing. So we want to take reference of that, minus 125 and minus 149. We're going to dig this out all the way to the surface. There we go. We're going to put 2 slabs in the front like that, and then we're going to drop our zombie in place right there. Once your zombie is in place, you're going to want to put a roof over his head, give him a name tag too as well. There we go. There we go. And then we're actually going to want to block his view from the villagers right now, so that way we don't get any iron golems spawning up top. Now what we'll do is we'll leave this open for now, so that way we can, expose the zombie later. We're going to turn this all into whatever desired crops that we would like. So start to till your soil, start to plant your crop. And if you see, this guy's attempting to actually try to jump up on top of this trapdoor here to get in with these guys. What you actually want to do is place a piece of glass above him just like that in order to stop him from doing that. Finish planting your crops too as well. Now with our crops all planted, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go step back into the hole here. And now in order for the mobs to be one hit kills when they do come in, so the raiders, when they do come in, we want them to be one hit kill when we get to the bottom. And that is so that way when the evokers come down, as soon as they hit the bottom, they won't be able to do their spells, because obviously with your sweeping edge sword, you'll just kill everybody in one single swipe. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are 26 blocks down in total. So from the top there where they fall, so including this one, down to where the hoppers are, you want a 26 block gap. Okay, once we are 26 blocks down from the surface there, as you can see, so that is 26 blocks right to here. On our 27th one, we're going to dig this out. We're going to place 3 hoppers going into it like so. All of them just kind of running out so that way they can go into a chest. And then forward here is where we're going to dig our little room where we're going to be standing and killing the raiders as they come down. Okay, once you have your little room complete, decorate it however you want. Make sure you put in your light sources too. Now we're just going to put down our double chest in order to collect everything. You want to set up your blocks or orient them in a way so that the pillagers, when they fall, they don't have sight of you. So just like this would be absolutely perfect. If you're going to set up some sort of bubble elevator in order to get out of here on the backside and a thing to get down, you do want to make sure that they're off on the back side, so behind where the villagers come down and where you're facing, so that way you don't interfere with the farm anywhere here whatsoever. But now that we're back at the top, what we're going to do is we're just going to come in here. We're going to place down our lava source right in the middle. We're going to take our remaining wall blocks here, and what we're going to do is we're going to place 1, 2, 3 with one more on the side. And as you can see, I gave us 1 extra. And now that we're back at the top here, what we're going to do is we're going to dig out 2 blocks on each side. So make it a 2 wide gap like so. We're going to dig around the back too as well, making it 1 block. And then you're going to take your glass blocks and you're going to fill in the sides so that it is 2 blocks wide like we talked about. Okay. 1 block along the back here. And then 1 block along the front. Once you have everything complete, that is what it should look like there. And if we go down below, we have a visitor, but that is what it should look like down below too as well. So you should have your beds and everything in place, and then you should have your zombie back here just kind of chilling, not exposed to anybody yet. Now you may be asking, well, why did we bring all of this glass along with us? Well, here, I'll tell you. What we're going to do is we're going to come to the back corner here, and we're going to come back 2 blocks like this and then 3 blocks this way, and we're going to mark down a piece of glass. And then we're going to come back to the other corner over here, and we're going to come back 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then over 3, so 1, 2, 3. And right here is where we're going to mark a piece of glass. And now everywhere in between those 2 pieces of glass that we marked, what you're going to do is you're actually going to remove all of the grass, and you're going to replace it with your glass here. And this is so that way no golems spawn outside of this farm, because if we drop them down 1 more, they're not going to be able to spawn on this block. And if we leave all of the grass here, sometimes the farmer villager may be the one that spawns the golem, and if he does, it's going to be chaotic because he spawns out here and then ends up breaking the whole farm. Once we're all complete, this is what you should have here. So you should have all of your glass in place with your farm just directly in the center, spawning platform and everything in place with all of the glass surrounding it. Now we're just going to take 5 more water sources. We're going to do 1 here in the corner, another one in the opposite corner like so. We're going to do 1 right here in the very back. We're going to come 2 blocks down, so we'll leave a 2 block gap. We'll place another water source, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So 2 block gap and then water source. As you can see, all of the water here flows towards the little pit, and no signs or anything is needed. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take our remaining slabs that we have. We're going to surround this here in a little decorative fashion. Once you've decorated it or done whatever you want to the top up here, basically, all we're going to do now is head back down to where the villager area is. So we're going to dig ourselves down into the little farm here. We're going to come into the middle here. We're going to expose the zombie to these villagers, and everything should be good. We're going to remove this. We're going to close all of this off. And essentially, we are now done. So once you are complete in total, you should have your lower area down here, which goes all the way up to the dispenser area with your villagers in place, your crop farmer in place too. The Enderman should go away if he doesn't, and then your zombie. Zombie needs to be on the same level as the beds, as you can see. Okay, Now, once you're inside, your final step is just, if you want to, you can remove all of the blocks here, exposing yourself to the surface above. And if you do expose it to the surface, like I have here, you're just going to want to make sure that you make sure this is a complete chute all the way down. Not like that. Okay, we do not want any... And there, you can box them in like that. That way all these zombies and everybody else has a clear. Okay, but now let's show you how this farm basically works. Okay, so here you can see we have the same farm set up. It's just over there a little bit. I've just obviously decorated this one, so as you can see, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. Down here, though, we have set up the double minecart system, and that is just to ensure that we do get the grab from whenever this villager does do the trading with the villagers. As you can see, we have iron golems spawning on the platform, getting burnt up by the lava, where their items end up down there, where our hopper system would obviously be. As you can see, when he trades, everything gets collected by the minecart system here, obviously. Ends up in our dropper system and ends up getting dispensed down towards our hoppers down there. So it's a complete perfect system. So now let's summon in some raids. We'll show you how this thing works. Okay, so as you can see here, I have summoned in the Bad Omen. And as you can see, everybody here gets kind of drawn into the pool because of where the villagers are down below. They get drawn into the system and end up down by your hoppers down here. They fall all the way down here, in which they essentially become a one-hit kill for you to take care of. So now every time you finish a raid, we'll just wait down here for the next ones to come. They'll start to fall here in front of you, and you should end up with your items here in the chest. Okay, so here you can see what happens when an iron golem spawns in, and all of the chaos is kind of happening. He just ends up having a battle with everybody, and it's amazing. But here's the problem with the farm, though. If an evoker is nearby when that iron golem spawns... Oh boy. But as you can see, I am down here. Evoker is in there somewhere. As you can see his jacket just kind of running around, and his vexes are still up there, and I seem to be okay. So I think as long as he spawns all of his stuff up top, I think he should be safe from whatever he does spawn. And as you can see, I'm standing here and he's not attacking me because he has no sight of me whatsoever. And also, no vexes, no nothing. We are safe. So it's a pretty good farm. You know, it is a good thing to mention too while we are here that you may want to make this chute too wide on the backside starting from these stairs, just so that you can avoid any iron like this getting hung up there. It's not very often, but it does happen, as you can see, because it is sitting right there on the staircase. So maybe it is possible, or maybe it is worth it to actually make this too wide, or too wide all the way down, and then give yourself a double hopper setup going into the chest right there, just like that. So up to you. Definitely worth it though, if you don't want to lose, you know, a little bit of iron in this farm, if you want everything just to end up down there for yourself. Make sure you decorate this thing however you want. Pretty much add it into your world however you see fit. You know, we're around Halloween, so... But essentially that is it. That is done. So we have ourselves a raid farm, an iron farm, and a crop farm all in one. As you can see here, our ravagers are having a good old time, and the iron golem just got involved. Oh my, savage. Absolutely savage. So there you have it, you guys. That is my take on the raid farm, iron farm, crop farm, triple farm all in one. There was somebody who left a comment about this, but I can't seem to find it. It's buried somewhere in the... I don't even know. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. One thing to keep in mind on the backside here is that you do want to use fence gates and not trap doors anywhere on the floor, because like I said, anything that is a spawnable block, the iron golems will spawn on it if it is within this little, you know, glass area here. But feel free to put bushes, feel free to put everything else in here that you do wish to. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do like this content, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing too as well. If you guys have any other suggestions for, you know, impossible in quotation farms that you guys want to see done, you know, just leave a comment down below. Really do appreciate you, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.